What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Game Day with Trey. Of course, this is your host, Trey, and today we're going to talk about this NFL Sunday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Buffalo Bills. All right, so this game will be played December 1st, 2024. Game kicked off at 8:20 p.m. East Coast time in Orchard Park, New York. The line is Buffalo minus 6.5. Over/under is set at 44.5. There has been a slight movement in the line. The line has since tick down a little bit more towards the 49ers. Buffalo minus 6 and the over-under still at the 44.5. Let's go ahead and let's take a quick look into this matchup. The first thing you need to understand is the weather in this game is going to be critical for the 49ers. It's going to be 27 degrees for the whole game. Okay, the temperature is going to be 27 degrees. It's going to be 82% precipitation. So that means it's going to be snowing and overcast and partially snowing for most of the game, man. Really going to start snowing heavily around like 7 o'clock, even before that. So it's going to be a snowy game. Cold game. And then the as far as wind's going to be between 12.8 miles and 13.4 miles an hour as far as the projection as when I am recording this right now on the 30th. All right, so anyway, guys, let's go ahead and let's take a look at this matchup real quick, man. The Bills look like they could win the Super Bowl this season and keep winning games. And they just keep winning. I mean, they just keep winning, man. The Bills' last game came against the Kansas City Chiefs, and they were able to secure a 30-21 victory. Josh Allen completed 27 of his 40 passes for 262 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Allen was the top rusher, also finishing with 12 carries for 55 yards and a touchdown, as he normally does in those big games. The Bills did have a bye last week, all right, and they hope that they will get a little bit more health on their side, man. Keon Coleman is dealing with that wrist injury. He's questionable for the game. Dalton Kincaid is dealing with the knee injury and also questionable for the game. The Bills are averaging 29.1 points, while their defense is only giving up 19.5. The offense is ranked third, and the defense is ranked 7th. So they're definitely a formidable team. Okay, now when you're talking about these 49ers, though, they're dealing with some major injuries right now that could definitely wreak havoc on the rest of their season as well as this game. Brock Purdy had to miss the last game with a shoulder injury, and he's been doing some light throwing earlier in the week as he tries to get back. In the last game against the Green Bay Packers, the 49ers only scored 10 points while Brock Purdy was out, and they gave up 38 points. Brandon Allen's a bum. He shouldn't even be in the NFL. You should be calling people like Cam Newton or something, or Colin Kaepernick. There's no way Brandon Allen should be in this league playing football. Okay, I'm just saying. All right, nothing against the young man. All right, he does not. I don't see him being successful. Maybe as a third string quarterback for his whole career, or fringe second string, but he really even shouldn't be second string, man. If you can't execute the Kyle Shanahan offense, then it's a problem. Because he's made quarterbacks that are trash look good, and he could not make this one look good. He couldn't put lipstick on this pig. All right, because Brandon Allen, man, he was 17 for 29 for 199 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. The offense wasn't good, but the defense also was a major issue. If Purdy can't go this week, it will be Allen again who's going to get the start, and the 49ers are averaging 23.6 points while their defense is giving up 23.6 points, man. The offense ranks 13th, middle of the pack, and the defense is ranked middle of the pack at 20th. And with Nick Bosa being out with that hip injury or questionable, man, for this game, it's definitely going to be a problem. Definitely going to be a problem for these 49ers, man. All right, especially understanding just how things have been, man. Josh Allen said to be at the bye week at 9-2, and obviously feeling confident about what we got going on here and the guys that we have in this locker room. It's a great feeling, you know. He said it's too early to assume a playoff spot while Taron Johnson is out. So I would love for us to go ahead and handle business here. Okay, and do what we need to do. Buffalo has scored at least 30 points in 5 consecutive games, and Allen has passed for 18 touchdowns against 5 interceptions this season after throwing a career worst 18 picks last season. Yeah, McCaffrey missed the first 8 games. We all know that. And tight end George Kittle, man, last week he had 6 receptions against the Packers to move himself into 3rd place in the club's all-time list with 509 receptions. He passed franchise legend Dwight Clark and Roger Craig. All right, now to understand really what's going on with these two teams, man, you got to look at what's going on statistically, right? So if you're looking at the matchup stats, I told y'all what they average, but how are these teams going to move the ball? Well, San Francisco averages 6.3 yards a play, man. That's the second best offense in the NFL when they do have Brock Purdy out there. Okay, and they're going against a Buffalo defense that gives you 5.4. That's middle of the pack. On third down, San Francisco does convert 44.19% of the time. That's sixth best in the NFL, but that all depends on Purdy. Once again, all right. Now, and Buffalo, they allow you to convert 40.77% of the time, man. That's the 21st worst third down defense in the NFL. Definitely an opportunity for the 49ers if they can see a modicum of health. Just a modicum of health in this game, man. But I believe that weather is definitely going to be a problem for them, man. Yeah, I can foresee that. Now, especially going against a Buffalo Bills defense that only allows you to score a touchdown when you get in the red zone 51.28% of the time, whereas San Francisco, yeah, they scored, they checked that box 50% of the time, but that's 25th in the NFL going against the 10th best defense in the NFL. Definitely not looking good for them. Not looking good for them when they matriculate the ball down the field. What about Buffalo? So we know Buffalo's got the third best offense, and they're going against literally the 20th worst defense. We know Buffalo can put some yards per play, 5.7. That's 10th best in the NFL. As far as yards per play, San Francisco only gives up 5.1. That's sixth best in the NFL, but that's when they got all their parts and pieces, man. Because even when they got all their parts and pieces, they allow you to convert third downs 43.66% of the time. That's 26th worst in the NFL. The San Francisco defense is not what it used to be. Okay, and it's because they're missing multiple key pieces. They've been missing them all season. Some of them were injured in the Super Bowl last year. Some of them injured this year. I just think it's just been an accumulation of all the games that they played and the style that this team plays. That hard grit, I'm not knocking it. I love that, but at the end of the day, man, it's really taking a toll on this team. Okay, in the red zone, Buffalo converts a touchdown 63.83% of the time, whereas San Francisco allows you to convert 29th worst in the NFL, 67.57% of the time, man. Buffalo gets 3.5 touchdowns a game. Yeah, so they're gonna at least put up three touchdowns because San Francisco gives up 2.7. Okay, a game, and they're going to be playing in a frigid Buffalo with the Bills Mafia throwing people through tables. It's going to be off the chain. Okay, how's San Francisco going to move the ball? Well, they will be able to run the ball. They've been getting 4.9 yards per rush. That's fifth best in the NFL. And they're going against a Buffalo defense that gives it up on the ground, 4.9 yards per rush. And full game, they also give up 119. So that's 28th as far as yards per rush and 14th or middle of the pack as far as full game, guys. They do not allow you to score on the ground, though. Not at all. And then San Francisco, like I said, they'll get 4.9 yards per rush so far this season, but they also get 138.4 yards a game. That's the seventh best in the NFL. So that's going to be San Francisco's key to move the ball. They're going to have to be able to run it. Okay. San Francisco's defense, they're okay against the run. And Buffalo, they're really not the best. It'll be rubber meeting the road there, man, because it's 4.3 yards to 4.2 yards. So that's a middle of the pack rushing offense going against ninth best rushing defense per play, and then a middle of the pack full game because they give up 110.8 and Buffalo only gets 119.1. They do, however, give it up on the ground as far as letting you check that box. They give up 1.5 touchdowns a game. That's 29th worst in the NFL, that San Francisco defense on against opposing teams running the ball. And then Buffalo, man, they do get 1.6 touchdowns a game on the ground. So, you could be looking towards an anytime touchdown for Josh Allen or anytime touchdown for my man. What's the young running back's name, man? Cook, James Cook, man. You could be looking for that, or even McLeod, Ray McLeod, you know what I mean? I like Ray too. But anyway, so as far as passing is concerned, we know San Francisco gets 8.4 yards per pass. That's fourth best in the NFL, but Buffalo stops you there. They're the seventh best defense in the NFL per pass. They only give up 6.7. They get to the quarterback 6.75% of the time, 20th worst in the NFL, and they give up 210 yards per game, so that's the middle of the pack. Whereas the 49ers, they're going to get 246.2, and they only allow you to get to the quarterback 6.42% of the time. That's middle of the pack. So, take it how you want to. 49ers will be able to move the ball at times, but I don't see them converting a lot of third downs against this defense, man. I don't. I really don't. You know what I mean? Even though it's middle of the pack and they should be doing it, and they should be able to get down the field. But then when they get to the end zone, they ain't gonna score. Like they just can't punch it in the box when they get down there, man. I don't know what it is. Okay, now Buffalo, we all know what's gonna happen there as far as passing the ball. They pass the ball and get 7.5 yards per pass. That's 14th in the NFL. 226.1 yards a game. That's middle of the pack as well. They don't throw interceptions though, and they don't allow you to get sack the quarterback. You only sack the quarterback 3.66% of the time. So it's not going to be too much of a fight right there, guys. All right, so in the last 3 games, when you're looking at these two teams, the Buffalo Bills are averaging 30 points a game and giving up 22.7, whereas San Francisco, they're only averaging 16.7 and giving up 26.0 points a game, guys. In the last 3 games, San Francisco is converting on third down 46.88% of the time, so they're getting a little bit better, but they're going against a defense that only allows you to convert 44.83% of the time in the last 3 games. Buffalo, on the other hand, they convert on third down 53.85% of the time, and they're going against a defense that allows you to convert 42.5%. So it could be rubber meets the road there. Now, as far as on the road, San Francisco scores 22 points a game and gives up 26.4 points per game, whereas at home, Buffalo scores 35 points a game and gives up 19.2 points per game, guys. Yeah, it's definitely understanding why they're giving up that 6 to 6.5. I do expect, that would be why the line's moving most likely, because Brock Purdy's probably going to be out there, guys. Brock Purdy's most likely going to be out there. So let's look at the situational trend, right? Situationally, we know San Francisco's 5-6. They're teetering on playoffs right now. They honestly have to win this game if they want to even think about trying to sniff the wild card still. And Buffalo at 9-2, straight up. We all know what's going on there. They're undefeated at home. On the road, San Francisco is 2-3. And as an away underdog, they're 0-1, whereas Buffalo, as a home favorite, like I said, they're undefeated. So then when we look against the spread, San Francisco's 4-7, whereas Buffalo is 7-4. At home, Buffalo is 3-2, and on the road, San Francisco's 1-4. As an away underdog, of course, they're 0-1, and we all know that Buffalo, as a home favorite, is 3-2 against the spread. Now, in non-conference games, though, San Francisco does fare a little bit better. They're 2-1 against the spread, and Buffalo is 1-1 against the spread. So it gives San Francisco a shake, but we'll see. Okay, and then when you're looking over at over-unders, it's been 6 to the over, 5 to the under for San Francisco, whereas it's been 7 to the over, 4 to the under for Buffalo. As an away team, it's 3 to the over, 2 to the under, and as an away underdog, it is 1 to the over for San Francisco, whereas Buffalo, as a home team, they are 5-0, where it means 5 to the over, 0 unders. A home favorite, it's 5 overs, 0 unders, but that's because they're putting up damn points, man. Buffalo has been putting up them points. There's definitely an opportunity there if you understand what you're looking at and understand the numbers, guys. All right, in the last 10 games, though, San Francisco's 4-6, 3-7 against the spread, and 5 to the over, 5 to the under in their last 10. In their last 3, they are 1-3 straight up and 0-3 against the spread with 2 unders and 1 over. And their next 3 games, they play Chicago, the Rams, and Miami in their next 3 games, man. And when you look over at the opposite team, looking at Buffalo in their last 10, they're 8-2, 7-3 against the spread, and 6 to the over, 4 to the under. And they are on a 6-game win streak, and they, in their last 3 games, they actually covered 2 and didn't cover 1 against Miami, giving up the 6 when they were at home. They are on a 3-game over streak. So they're just tearing through people. And the last time these teams met was back in 2020. Buffalo won 34-24, and that was in San Francisco. Buffalo was giving up 2.5, and the over-under was set at 48, guys. But there's been a lot of change in these teams since then, so we're not even going to consider that. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at these trends, though. San Francisco 49ers have hit third quarter game total over in 14 of their last 19 games, whereas the Buffalo Bills have hit the second quarter game total over in 14 of their last 18 games. San Francisco 49ers have also hit the first half money line in 15 of their last 22 games, and the Buffalo Bills have hit the team total over in 9 of their last 10 games. Buffalo Bills have also hit the money line in 16 of their last 21 games, and the San Francisco 49ers have hit the second half game game total over in 12 of their last 16 games. San Francisco 49ers have also covered the first quarter spread in 7 of their last 10 away games, and the Buffalo Bills have hit the game total over in 10 of their last 11 games at home. Buffalo Bills have also hit the second half money line in 5 of their last 8 games at home. And the 49ers have hit the fourth quarter game total over in 6 of their last 8 away games, guys. All right, so which way am I leaning? Which way is it going? Well, the Bills have won each of their last 12 games at Highmark Stadium against opponents with on a losing streak. The 49ers have lost 4 of their last 5 games against AFC opponents on winning streaks, and the 49ers have failed to cover the spread in 8 of their last 9 games against teams that held a winning record. The Bills also have covered the spread in 6 of their last 7 games against NFC West opponents, and the 49ers have lost the first half in 4 of their last 5 games as underdogs, man. Even if Brock Purdy plays, the Bills are going to put up a show here, man. Even with Brock Purdy this season, the 49ers haven't played well. Josh Allen's having an MVP-type season, and the Bills are going to have no issue running up the score here. Look for the Bills to score at least 28 points, and that's going to be the difference here, man, because the 49ers offense isn't going to be able to keep up with the Bills. The Bills will cruise. Yeah. I got to be honest with you. I like the Bills team total over the 24.5. Definitely getting to the window there. Yeah, Bills team total over 24.5 is definitely where I'm headed. And I could probably mess with the over 44.5. I think that the Bills are going to be able to put up some points. 49ers probably, because their team total set between 17.5 and 19.5. They might be able to reach that, man. You know, it all depends on if Brock Purdy plays and what's going on with Christian McCaffrey out there. I know he's going to be out there, but it's just how much are they going to use the man. You know what I mean? That's really what it's going to come down to. But I definitely like the Bills team total over, getting to the window there, and the game total over. I'm not sure about the spread, though. If I was going to mess with the spread, it would be a lean towards the Bills if you can get it a little bit lower than the 6, maybe like towards 5.5 or 5 or something like that. They should be able to do this. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Have a blessed day. Stay safe. I'm going to see you at the window. Hope you had a great Turkey Day. Hope you survived Black Friday. And y'all have a blessed day, man. Peace.